what I just really want is to help young people realize the potential for them to use tech to solve societal problems. And when they do that, and when those kinds of doors open, like to me, that's the most gratifying feeling in the world. And that's why we put such a heavy emphasis on WeTech, on not just tech for the sake of tech, but tech for social good. To any young person that wants to make a difference in the world but feels like they don't have enough resources to start, I think just if you're reading this or if they're watching or reading this interview, that means that they must have internet connection. They must have some sort of device. And that in itself, I think more young people should realize is such a privilege to be able to be connected to people from countries outside of their own, to be able to mobilize and organize and research is such a gift, I think. And so much of the time, instead of focusing on what we don't have, we should instead focus on what resources we currently have. And social media, I think, is such an underrated resource for young people that want to make a difference within their communities. Starting out with WeTech, I barely knew what I was doing, and that was really pushing me was this desire to create a change and this fear that if I didn't do something, who else would? And I didn't want to settle for how things were going in terms of the lack of gender diversity. And I didn't want to wait until I graduated high school, went to college, and then entered the tech workforce to experience those inequalities. I wanted to make it better for my generation and like the ones to come. So those feelings, those strong feelings about the tech industry really came, yes, out of experiences, but they were experiences that I actively sought out online. They were through networking events that I discovered as I would go through like Facebook events or go on, say, like different forums about the Philippine tech scene. I would also, like different pages and follow different Instagram accounts that talked about networking opportunities, that talked about pitching competitions, hackathons, and I really just took every opportunity that I could. And I mean, those are just finding out about events. There's so much more that you can use social media for as well. You can contact people, you can cold message people, you can explore different career paths, you can look up statistics about problems that you feel very strongly about. You can just learn. And so much of the time with WeTech, I am doing things very like DIY. Like there is no set path for, I think, young change makers or young leaders. Like you don't have like a XYZ, you need to like accomplish these things by in this order. It's very much doing things as you go and being open to making mistakes. And I think because of the resource that is the internet and that is social media, I've been able to mobilize and connect with people and recruit people to WeTech because we, as an organization, really make use of our platforms and that we well document our events. We have blog articles, we post on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. And through that, we're really able to expand our reach and promote our advocacy as a whole. So to any young person that feels like they don't have enough resources, I think just reevaluate that statement and think like, what do I have? If you have a Facebook account, connect with people, look for events. If you have an Instagram, start posting about your advocacy. If you have LinkedIn, or if you don't have a LinkedIn, make one. If you have internet access, start connecting with professionals and asking them if they can have like a virtual coffee chat. There's so many different ways that you can use online platforms, and the only really big limitation, I think, is yourself, I think. And that sounds so cheesy, but I truly think that when you instead focus on what you can do instead of, oh, what will other people say, or do I really know what I'm doing? Like when you focus on that fact that you are doing something, that you are trying, and that's so much better than what a lot of other people are doing when they give into that fear. That's where I think the real change starts.